Oh boy, another one of these. Hello and welcome to the cesspool, and welcome back to the 25 days until Christmas spectacular, whatever you want to call it. And we're back on the floor, we're on the carpet again, and we're taking a look at more game boxes and unboxing them, seeing what the differences are between these and more modern game packaging, and just to see the difference over the years through more obscure things. You know, everyone's unboxed an NES game, everyone's taken a look at a Super Nintendo game, but Japanese N64 games, something us here in the States definitely do not see very often. The first thing that will definitely come to mind is they look kind of like NES game boxes. They are vertical instead of the regular horizontal ones that we here in the North American region have. They're also a bit bigger if you like compare them size wise. It's they are quite a bit bigger. They are a little bit less thick than our boxes. Take that as you will, but yeah, they are much more in line with an NES box. You'd actually think that they might be the exact same dimensions, but they are not. They are not the same dimensions. Scooch that guy out of the way. They're not the same dimensions. They are actually still a lot bigger. The NES box dimension is actually closer to the N64. They're actually almost identical in every way, which is interesting. You don't really. I mean, this you feel like is a lot bigger than this, but they're not. They're all the same. But yeah, so these are significantly larger than any of the North American boxes, and you might wonder why. And honestly, there isn't a great reason other than what's going on inside these bad boys. So I'm not gonna open both of them. Obviously, I have Mario Party 2 and 3 here. This is what I brought over to do this. We're only gonna look at Mario Party 3. That they're the same on the inside. There's not much difference. I just picking one over the other, not a jab at Mario Party 2 or anything. But yeah. So with these Japanese boxes, there's a lot less like Nintendo N64 only for garbage that you find on these. There's none of this. It's just really the artwork and a Nintendo Switch kind of just corner emblem here, and obviously the Nintendo logo in the other corner. They do give you like 1 to 4 players. I'm not 100% sure what this. Oh, it's a Rumble Pack, I believe. That's Rumble Pack support. That's it. That's all you're getting, and it's a bigger box. There's more real estate for the artwork. You can just get your regular N64 logo on the side, Nintendo. I mean, honestly, like this by itself, this is a pretty clean spine. And these boxes are in very nice condition. I'm very happy to own them. Nintendo 64 on the side here. That's also something we don't really get in the US. We just get the N64 logo. In Japan, they have it written out here, which is interesting, I guess. On the back, what are we looking at? It's the standard Mario Party stuff. Obviously in Japanese. I have no idea what any of this says, but I can take my guesses. Story of why I don't exactly have Mario Party 1 from Japan. Why specifically 2 and 3. It's not a jab at Mario Party 1, although I have my opinions about that game. Well, basically, I went to the game store and with a friend of mine who, we kind of collect games. Together we tend to go and shit talk each other on what we're buying, whatever. And he saw Mario Party 1, and he really wanted it, and I decided to give it. I let him have it, but I took the other two because he really did only want the first. It just looked nice in his display. But anyway, that's why I don't have the first one, right? That's probably what I would have been unboxing. So anyway, differences starting up is we got a plastic insert instead of cardboard. Pulling it out. It is the entire length of the box, the plastic insert, which is why the box is this big. But then you wonder why the hell is the insert this big? It doesn't have to be. But it does cradle the game very nicely, I will say. And if we take the game out, yeah, it's just the standard cart. I mean, these are a little bit different than North American cartridges, but we're not talking about cartridges. Who cares about the game? N64 or Nintendo 64 written, or it indented in the plastic. Kind of neat. I feel like they don't do that kind of stuff in America or Europe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then, of course, we have the manuals. So, well, this is the manual. Here's your meaty, giant-ass manual. It's going to go all the controls, all the game modes, all the items, etc. And then there's this guy, which is just mini games. I don't know why it's translated into English, honestly. And that's a weird translation. Welcome, happy mini games. I assume it's like... I mean, it's just minigame explanations. I don't really know why they're written twice. That's what I believe this is. It's minigame explanations. It's basically a written version of the tutorials that they give you when you start the minigames. It is weird because they're here as well. You know, it's explaining. It's the same thing. So I do find it a little bit weird. Maybe they're different minigames? Like these are the returning ones or these are the return... I have no idea. But yeah, the beginning, yeah, this is minigame section from here on out. Half the book, specifically. It's a little bit odd. All the enemy characters, all that fun stuff. Board game. I assume these are the different boards. No? No. It's just talking about... Okay. This is a little odd. But it is cool to see all these old renders of these characters. You don't really see like this Mario very often outside of, you know, Mario 64, honestly. Most of the other characters, honestly, well, Peach is looking a little rough, but I mean, this was this 2000, I believe, the Mario Party 3 came out. It was either 2000 or 2001. I believe it was the year 2000. Maybe it was 99, but I think it was 2000. So they were starting to perfect these characters a little bit better. Like this is looking a little bit more like the Mario we know and love. And honestly, like Waluigi here, and they're not really showing Wario very well, but the Wario that they were showing, pretty close to the Wario that we all know and love today. They were getting there. We were on our way, and these renders are looking a lot better. Not to mention, honestly, the packaging for the Nintendo 64 games in Japan tend to be like a lot more colorful, a lot more interesting looking. But you know, other than that, like they're just different. They're not like really weird. It's just not something that you see very often. So I thought I'd share it. As with the other unboxings that I do, where we kind of just take a look at this stuff. That's really it. There's not a ton to talk about. You know, I could go into differences about the game, but there's really not that many. This is it. This is what we're getting compared to in America. You would not get this plastic cradle. There wouldn't even be. The game would just be sitting in here, and there would be a piece of plastic, like in here. There's a piece of cardboard that is like glued on, and it keeps the cartridge in the one portion while the manual goes to like the rest of the box, because you know, it's full size. And that's literally it. Here you get a nice insert. The game's not going to jostle around as much. You know, it's better supported. It keeps the box better supported too. That's honestly probably why this box is better conditioned than a lot of North American boxes. And it also protects the manuals better because the manuals kind of fit in here. This is how it goes. They go in like this. So it's nice. It's nice to have, you know, you get the cradle, this whole thing. It all fits in the box real nice. Keeps everything shaped. For collectors, that's great. And that's really all there is to it. Again, as I will be saying in all these videos, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to wish everybody a happy holiday and a happy new year, if I haven't done it enough so already. If you're watching this in the future, I don't really know when the next video will be out. Obviously, if it's in corresponding order, you do. But assuming you don't, and I don't either, I don't know when it will be, but I'll see you guys then.